Hey, what's up, rock stars? It's Rox, and I am coming to you today with the review for Black Ink Chicago Season 4, Episode 11, I believe it is. So let's get to it, shall we? Alright, you guys, so they are still tussling with Junior's drunk ass. I'm telling you, ain't nothing worse than a fighting drunk. They're out in the patio area of the house that they're staying in. Ryan is trying to get control of him. Forrest trying to get control of him. Security is trying to get control of him, and they just cannot do it. Junior will not let it go. Okay, nigga fuck around and almost knock all the screws out of Ryan's head. That shit was funny. I was just like, that's why you need to go sit your ass down somewhere. He is not listening to nobody. Now you done got all your shit all busted up on the side. You know, he stopped all that interfering real quick, didn't he? He was just like, oh shit. You ever pop that bone in your back of your neck and it go up into your head right here? That's when you be doing too fucking much. And your body let you know, bitch, slow it down. So you turn real fast and that thing go pong and all this be like, no. I know that's how Ryan felt. Anyway, security's had enough. Get your shit, get your bitch, get her shit, and everybody go. They go in there to get the damn girlfriend. She all the way in the bed. Pajamas on and everything. I mean, knock the fuck out. I was just like, how long was they out there with his ass? When she got in the bed and y'all still out there with all that, she was all like real sleep, like, you good? No, we not good. Get your shit and you go too. That damn Ford was pissed. All this surrounding his event that's coming up the very next day. He said he got less than 12 hours to try to get his mental right. He ain't got no sleep. All this drama between both the tattoo shops, he's over it. But he's got to meet with London the next morning. Now the next day, why that drunk ass Bella didn't even realize that they had left the house. That's how drunk she was. Drunks that black out like that are just like, girl, what are you doing with your life? Ryan and Rachel is trying to tell him about the fight and shit that happened when they went to the street party. And she was like, we left the house last night? Bitch, you don't even remember that? You need to stop fucking drinking. If you can't even remember, I mean, somebody could have raped her. She would have absolutely no idea. They literally picked her body up and put her in her bed. And then she gonna ask Ryan when she see him putting ice on his face. She was like, what happened to your face? You got a toothache? No, bitch. This was part of the fight that we was just telling you about it? Yeah, something about Bella. No. But the girl was oblivious to everything. She said she was the only one that was peaceful. I said, well, I guess you were. Over at the other house, you know, Loyal Link, they still going on and on, you know. Even Reese has her ice up against her head. And she still can't believe that some man hit her. Girl, get over it. Lily says that obviously Junior and his girlfriend was on a mission to piss her off. So she don't feel bad about nothing that happened. The only thing that she really does feel bad about is the fact that Reese got hit. Don was like, well, you know, we can't keep on talking about it. We here to support Ford. Even with all the shit that happened yesterday, let's just try to get our minds back on the purpose that we're here, which is to be here for Ford and his music. So let's just kind of switch gears and be on that tip. And speaking of Ford is with We Got London on the track, okay? And he's saying how he's got to get his head together, okay? But he says he can compartmentalize, you know, he used to be a basketball player. Sometimes you just got to get in the zone and that's it, okay? So, yeah, he can do this. All right, gets in the fucking studio booth and some damn song about FaceTime. I was just like, boy, rap surely has evolved, hasn't it? Forrest still in, you know, gold mode. He says when he leaves Jamaica, he ain't going back to Chicago. Okay, fuck all that's going on in Chicago. He's taking it on back to Los Angeles because nothing else matters other than his career, his rap career. This is his shot. He got to take it. Now, on the night of the show is very uncomfortable because, you know, y'all was just acting plumb fools in the middle of the damn street out in Jamaica, some little city. And now y'all all, you know, sober and feeling stupid about what happened. You guys all have to be around each other for his event. Now, at least they usually give us the courtesy of faking a crowd of people and maybe giving us a couple of clips of other artists that's performing or something. Honey, they couldn't even be bothered. Child, we ain't seen nobody wherever the hell they were. Had them downstairs underneath into some little sandbar area. Both of the teams are there, you know, it's kind of weird, it's kind of awkward. Even Ford goes up to Don and tells him, like, you know, I just didn't feel right about all that shit that happened yesterday. You know, I'm sitting over here and I got to watch you over there across the street and it was sort of feeling like I was fighting you, you know, and I didn't like the way that felt. And Don was like, Yeah, but you know, it wasn't really us fighting. The shit popped off before we could even really talk to each other. So, you know, don't feel like that. But you know, it was like a weird little feeling between the two of them. But you know what? We are finally getting to what we came for, which is for a show. Except that London on the track comes and tells him the promoters that are promoting this event are the same promoters that was promoting the damn street party that you guys was at yesterday. The one that you guys was all out there fighting like some fucking lunatic animals, all out in the middle of the street. Yeah, they said that you was a part of that group, and they don't want you to perform. Okay, Four was just like, man, they ain't had nothing to do with me, so you was wrapped up in it, so you won't be performing today. I said, it wasn't no damn show to perform at anyway. Shit. London tells him, you needed to leave that bullshit in Chicago. Don't be bringing that shit around me. All right, so London is mad at him, and London stay fucking mad, so that ain't nothing new. But now Four is pissed. He goes and tells the group, y'all, because of y'all and all that bullshit y'all doing yesterday, now I can't perform. They all just standing there looking like, Four goes on to preach to the group. What the fuck is the problem? You guys with these wars going back and forth with each other couldn't even set aside your differences long enough to help me out. Remember the reason why we came, which was for my opportunity, and you guys blew it for me. Now we are all here and ain't shit happening. It's a fucking pointless ass trip. I said, well, they did get to go to Jamaica. So he was just like pissed off at the whole group. Like, yeah, later for y'all. Okay, him and Nikki, they go up the stairs and he just fling a perfectly fine bottle of Patron that had a couple of good swigs left in there. He go throwing it over the thing. They was all like, oh! That shit was funny. They didn't expect that. Anyways, you guys, now everybody is really feeling bad. Don, being the mature man that he is, he goes and tells Ryan, like, you know, it don't make no sense for us to still be like this. I know, you know, brother man is upset, but I really would like for us all to sit down and just kind of have dinner together. Ryan looking around like, dinner? Nigga, how you get to this conclusion from yesterday to today? Ryan don't give him no answer right then, but Don was like, you know, when the time is right. I said the time gonna have to get right in these next couple of days. I'm sure they didn't send you guys out there for longer than like 3 days. Now the next day, everybody is even lower than they were before. This old fucked up ass trip, right? Everybody's sober. They ain't no none of that. At least not until they get the alcohol flowing again. Okay, so Loyal Link, they, you know, they start drinking, you know, then they turn on the music, and then, you know, everybody puts their bathing suits on. And I was looking at Ashley's and I was like, okay, Ashley, now you was really stepping out on faith, wasn't you? I mean, the most with this ass out and everything. I said, okay, child, okay. Anyway, you know, everybody starts to loosen up and having a good time. You know, Van tells us that he's single. Remember, he was ready to mingle. You know, he in the pool with Reese on his shoulders. You know, Reese got her shirt off and her titties. And, you know, now we all, you know, Well, Jen, you guys remember her, that's Van's girlfriend of 10 years. She tells us that, you know what, she felt bad about what went down in Chicago. So in order to really get Van to see how she feels about him, that she cares about him, that she loves him, that she's in it to win it, she's going to surprise him at the house. Nikki had given her information on how to get there. So now here she shows up with her luggage. And she walks through the house and to the backyard, and she sees Van in the pool with Reese with titties just flying in the air, you know, on his shoulders. And that bitch put down her damn luggage and just go run up in the damn pool. Just jump in. I thought she was trying to get to Reese, but no. Van get his old paw body out of the damn pool and go run in the house. And then she go running in after him. And everybody is just cracking up like, how old are these people, you guys? Anyway, when they go in the house and sit down to talk, Van doesn't understand why she's there, why she's even upset, because they are not together. Jen tells him that she's wrong for what she did. She apologizes for even putting him in a position to have somebody call him and tell him about the fuck shit that she was doing. I said, is she admitting that she fucked around with the guy? What is it? Why Jen can't keep her puss to herself? Now, this ain't the first time that we done heard about her fucking around on Van, right? But she tells him that she's here because she wants to be with him, that she's willing to put in the work that it takes to make sure that they are a success, that if he will forgive her, you know, she's going to be the right kind of girl that he needs. You know, they can start making plans for their future and whatnot. And Van is sitting across the table from her, and he's looking, you know, I guess they told him, you know, act like you thinking about it. And then he says, Okay. We ain't got time for no deep conversations and, coming to some realizations or nothing. Dick, just okay. So, just that fast, Van and Jen are okay again. Now, the girls, because they want to get out and have a good time, considering they ain't really been able to enjoy themselves like they want to, they all get in the bus and they going to take it on down to the city so they can look at some of the street vendors, do some shopping. Well, on the way there, Danielle starts to have some sort of something. Okay, they said that it was a panic attack. I said that bitch was too fucking high. Let me tell you something. They say that damn weed in Jamaica is something else. I was just like, her ass probably had done smoked something and got real high, because when you be high, that shit makes you extra paranoid. I cannot smoke weed. If you not no weed head, then that shit is not what you want to fuck with. And I was just like, her ass probably didn't, smoke something and couldn't get her life back together. But they tell us that, she's like, all of a sudden her eyes was bugging out and she couldn't breathe and she was looking all panicked and scared, and they're going to rush her to the hospital now. They're not going to the vendor. Now, the hospital, they take her. Now, we in Jamaica now, y'all. So you ain't got no Kaiser Permanentes and we ain't got no Blue Cross Blue Shield. I was just like, oh, I'm a little worried. I mean, it's always the worst to get sick in another country. But they take her there, and Danielle and Charmaine, and they all go in, and then they politely tell the camera crew to take it on back outside. Now, you can't come in here with that. But we do get a quick shot of Danielle just on this little bed, and I was just like, oh, child. They got Danielle there. She is getting some medical attention. The rest of the group is waiting outside, and, they just like feeling bad. Like, oh, we hope that she's okay. Well, about an hour later, Charmaine comes out and tells them that she just had what they believe is a panic attack, and that she's breathing through some bag, and they're going to let her go. She just wants to go back to the house and lay down. But evidently they held her for about 2 more hours. So when they finally let Danielle go, she come out looking all, haggard. And they put her ass in the van. And she and Charmaine are in there. She's looking like she's about to start having some breathing issues again. And Charmaine was like, you got to keep breathing through the bag. They said that's the only way that you're going to feel better. So she got her bag up there. And I was like, I bet you won't fuck with that weed no more, will you, Danielle? Now let's jump on over to Dawn and Ashley. Remember, the whole reason why they're there is so that they can rekindle their friendship. So, yeah, they're gonna have some time together themselves. He gives her a bouquet of flowers, and he's gonna take her to some new romantical spot that she doesn't know about. They get out there, and he's got champagne. He's got, a special little location for them to sit at and watch. He's being real nice. It's a swing in the water. He put her big ass up on the damn swing, and, they rock back and forth. And she was like, I really am loving this, okay? She said that Don had her smiling like a schoolgirl. Ain't that sweet, you guys? They both agreed that they definitely needed this, but then when they go back and sit on their beach chairs, Ashley says, you know what, Don? All this is really nice, but let's not forget why we here. I was just like, girl, you gonna ruin the good time. Don is gonna fuck up soon enough. Go on and have a good time with him now and worry about the rest later. But she was like, no. The reason why we are in this space anyway is because you done fucked around with the girl, put the shit on Snapchat, and now she's pregnant. Don was like, well, yeah, but she ain't pregnant. And we get the clips of the girl at the event where she showed up with this belly. I suppose she could just be having a big stomach, or I guess they ain't above putting a prosthesis on a pregnant belly prosthesis on this girl, but she looked pregnant to all of us. But Don was like, I don't know how to explain it, but she not pregnant. That's not the main issue. The issue is that you was fucking around. And she says, well, ain't no way she can prove it either way. She was like, ain't nothing else we can do but move past this. And Don says, yes, he's going to continue to try to get to know his girl all over again. So it's the final night, and this is the first sign of us seeing that they are really trying to treat the Black Ink crew as some civil human beings, okay? It ain't all about just drinking and fighting. You know what? Let's send them to dinner. Let them sit around a table and talk. And this dinner would be the dinner that Don suggested that Ryan come to, that they can all sit down and kind of try to hash it out. So all of Loyal Link is there. Fork shows up with Nikki. He's still pissed off about what happened, but you know what? He's going to come and be a part of this talk, and see what they can resolve. And then we got Ryan. It was kind of fucked up the way this was set up. I mean, I guess Junior was supposed to be a part of this in the initial plans, but because Junior had cut the food so bad, now it's just Ryan. Rachel went back home. I'm sure Rachel don't want to sit up there with them people. And Rachel is the reason that they all feel that the way that, they feel. So, or one of the reasons. So, Rachel got the fuck on. Don't bring that fucking Bella to nothing, okay? And the rest of the 9 Mag people, they don't have nothing to do with any of this. So, it's just Ryan. So you can already tell that it's going to be Ryan against the rest of them. Nobody there seems to be adult enough or mature enough to even look at the other side, because everybody is so fucking in their feelings all the goddamn time that you already know that this conversation is probably not going to go best. I did have hopes for it, but we at the middle of the season, y'all. If they resolve shit now, then what we gonna do for 8 more damn episodes? So we gonna get started with this conversation. Cobra brings up that she wants to talk about Junior. See, Ryan was like, what the shit that happened with Junior and his girlfriend just a couple of days ago got to do with the rest of the reason why we are here? Charmaine says, okay, Ryan, I just want to know what your problem is with me. Ryan explains to Charmaine that, we was really good friends, like for real good friends. And he felt betrayed when, that shit happened with Kat. Everybody obviously chose Kat's side. He said, I don't really have a problem with you anymore, Charmaine. It's just that I know that we won't ever be friends again, okay? Because, the way that you acted with me, I mean, even all the way up to going to the news and telling them about, talking to them about me leaving the shop and everything. Like, who does that? If you're supposed to be my friend, he's like, the damn wound is cut too deep. And at this point, he can't never forgive Charmaine for the shit that she has said and done since he left. Charmaine tells him that she also was really hurt. But for the life of me, I don't understand why she was hurt by Ryan choosing to do what he did. He was fucking around with another woman. His girlfriend found out about everything. It was obvious that he was not going to be able to be in a location with the girl that he was fucking around with and expect to still be with his girlfriend, Rachel. So that means that either Kat has to go or he has to go. Well, you guys all put up this huge mutiny and said that Kat stays. Now, it's his fucking place. He's supposed to be the owner of the tattoo shop, and you guys tell a person that he is fired that no, she gets to stay. So you bring her back into the location, and now you guys have forced him into a spot where now if she's going to be here and you guys are all going to go against what I clearly have said that I do not want, then I am now leaving. Now, why can't nobody fucking understand that? Regardless of all the other shit that has happened, that is the bones of the problem here. Very easy to understand for anybody that's grown. But see, these motherfuckers are so damn immature on this show, and they just determined to not understand what he's saying. Charmaine asked for how he feels. Whose side is he on? And he was like, I'm not on anybody's side. Okay, I fuck with both of you guys. I think it's ridiculous that it's even gotten to this point. Ryan was like, I've never asked you to choose sides. But I was just like, well, you didn't really ask him to choose sides. But you did tell him to come work with you. I understood. He didn't really fork and still, Ryan ain't got a problem with him fucking around with the rest of them. He just ain't gonna be with them no more. Child, once we start asking the men how they feel, you know how emotional and bitch made they can be. Don, wait a minute, hold on, shit. Listen to what the fuck I'm saying. The reason why we had to split and choose sides is when you left Ryan. But Ryan keep on saying that that's not the one thing that messed everything up. It was shit going on before that. They all just still feel like they want an apology from Ryan. Well, maybe if everybody was willing to apologize for their parts, then maybe. But I know if I was Ryan and all you guys ganging up on me and saying that I need to apologize to all of you guys for making a clearly, to a normal person, a decision that, had to be made, I wouldn't apologize either. Okay, so they all sitting there waiting for him to say sorry, and he just leaned back in his chair. He was like, fuck y'all. I was cracking up. Them motherfuckers was sitting there just molded like, did he just say fuck y'all? Van was like, okay, well, can't fault the man for being truthful. Now we know how he feel. Guess it ain't no reason for us to still be here. Let's just go. So Charmaine, I'm just proud that Loyal Inc. came together and they left together. So, you know, everybody just quietly get their shit and walk off one by one. And all that's left standing is Ryan. Ryan says that he don't feel like anybody was willing to listen to his side. They all just wanted to jump on him about, you know, what he did. And it's clear they're not going to ever be cool again. And he's okay with that. He's going back to Chicago with his new 9-mag team. They can be whatever the fuck they want to be. And I was just like, yeah, it don't look like they going to really get it back together. Alright, you guys, let me get off. I still got to do top of the blogs. Make sure that you rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. The channel is for itsrox, and everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. Alright. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Till next time, rock stars. Bye.